There am I. How's it going out there in La La Land? What the fuck is going on here? What the hell? Oh, fuck. Mhm. There I am. Hey, Julie Cow. Now we'll see if I can get it. Fucking works. Fuck, that worked out okay. Mm. Ugh. Slow start today, but what the hell? How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. Did your son win last night?
No, they lost by 2 points yesterday. So yeah, he has another one though today. I just dropped him off, and it starts at 1. So I'm just sitting out here seeing if I could catch a cop watch while I'm waiting for his game to start. But I haven't seen any sheriff yet. So yep. Yeah, they're just practice games. They're not like the real season hasn't started yet. But yeah, they were doing really good. It was going back and forth, but they ended up losing by 2 points in the end. So
Well, 2 points is really only one shot, so that's pretty good.
well, it's funny because they were ahead by 3, and then someone shot. No, they were ahead by 2, and then someone shot a 3 pointer, and then they lost by the 2 points. So at the very end, so it was a good shot by one of their players. You know what I'm saying? That the other team.
Yeah,
He kind of won the game for the team at the end because he made that shot.
yeah. So they only lost by 1 point then.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, because they were, yeah, something like that. I know that it was whatever his 3 point shot was. It put them, they were down, and then they won by 2 points after he made that shot. So yeah,
Okay, they were only down by one.
yeah, okay,
Yeah. Oh, well, still, that's pretty good.
yeah. But that kid, that was amazing. It was like one of those shots where like the bell's about to ring and he shoots it just in time, and then it swooped in there. So you know that I was happy for that kid actually. You know what I mean? It's always nice for a kid to get a shot like that. You know.
Yeah.
At the end. He went home beaming from ear to ear the rest of the day. So even though my son was bummed out, I was glad for that other little kid. I didn't tell my son though. So did you see that live stream yesterday? By chance of that Gardena that I started and ended really quick.
I think it did, yeah.
I ended up having to leave because they were it was I'm not saying this because they were black. They just happened to be black. But it was like a club, and someone called the police. I don't know why, but there were 6 Gardena cops there, and I showed up to film. Obviously for safety, but a lot of people don't understand that yet. So they were calling me a white bitch and a Karen, and they were saying I was the one that called the police, and I was there by myself. So I ended up actually leaving, not because the police intimidated me, but because I felt like there was a big crowd of people, and the girls were kind of drunk, and they were, you know,
Yeah.
like they were going to jump on me or something. So I felt like I left. And then, so Zebra goes down there. He started up a live stream, because I told him, why I left, what happened. And he was like, so he rode his bike down there real fast. And he was like, he did a live stream. He wanted to he thought he'd get there before I left, but I just did not feel comfortable staying there because I felt like if something happened, the cops would eventually help me, but not in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It was like,
Yeah. Yeah. And I watched most of his too.
yeah. So I just decided to leave. So I don't even actually know what ended up happening. So I just know that it was not a good scene. When alcohol's involved and you got a big crowd, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I couldn't even point my camera really at them because every time I did, they were being triggered. You know what I mean? They were like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're allowed to film wherever you want, but sometimes you have to use discretion for your safety. You know what I mean? Where, especially if you're by yourself, you know?
Yeah.
So, so that was the first time I ever actually felt like that, but it was late at night and I kind of shouldn't have been out there alone, but I thought I could get one more in before I went home. So,
Well, might need a better camera so you don't have to get as close to people.
yeah, it's true. Very true.
Well, your volume would be kind of bad.
Yeah. And then I did a Hawthorne one where this man behind me, this homeless man, he kept like slamming things down, like if he was like a foot away from me. So I need to like get some pepper spray too, because he was like pacing all around me, like saying crazy things. So I was just like, if I'm gonna be out there alone, I think I'm gonna have to kind of get some protection. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Zebra always likes to go on a bike, and I'll go on a bike sometimes, but I don't always like to go on a bike, and he doesn't always like to go in a car. So sometimes he'll be riding around the bike, and I'll be driving around the car, and we'll kind of meet up in the middle. But if I catch something before he can make it there, I'll be by myself.
Yeah.
So that's why it was cool when me and M-Star used to go out together because we would, we had each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it should be two going out all the time. But
Well, I usually only go out like when my son is with his dad. Like he goes every other weekend with his dad. So at nighttime, I don't worry about. I mean, he's old enough to be home alone, but I just don't like to leave him home alone. Who wants to be home alone all hours of the night? While your mom's out cop watching. You know what I'm saying? It's like he would just worry.
yeah. Yeah.
So I pretty much only do it like every other weekend, unless it's like a quick one during the week on my way home or something. You know.
Yeah.
I would never want to get arrested and leave him stranded at my house. That's my biggest worry. So
Hell, I was 14 maybe, and my mom left me with my younger brother for a day and a half or 2 days.
well, I mean, I he's okay to be left alone. That's not the problem. I just, you know, he worries already enough because me being a single mom and stuff. I just don't want to put that on. I remember being home alone and I didn't like it. I would enjoy it the first couple hours, but then when it got late into the night, you couldn't really sleep good because
Yeah,
he could probably care less. I'm probably
I
the one more worried.
I was what I told you. My youngest brother was 2.5 years old.
Oh, okay.
My mom had to go in the hospital. My dad couldn't get home from the rigs for a day and a half.
Oh, wow.
So I took care of both my younger. Well, one's young brother's 2 years younger than me, and the other is like 12 or 10.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, uh,
At least you had each other. You know what I mean? Even though you had to be the caretaker.
we didn't really have each other. Fuck, we never got along.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have older daughters that if anything ever happened to me, they could easily come swoop him up. And plus, his dad lives close enough where I could call him too. It's just I just don't want that ever to leave my kid feeling like I didn't show up at home. You know what I mean? Like or something like that. So I just choose not to go out. You know, really, if he's home alone.
yeah.
So, but my older daughters live real local, like same city, just 5-10 minutes away each of them. So they just don't know. My older daughters don't know I do this shit. I don't think they would be like they would be like, Mom, what are you doing? You're almost 50 years old. What are you doing? Jen Wow,
Yeah, but
did
just
you see all SGV finally the tech? No. What happened, Jen? I didn't see that. I was doing laundry and taking my son to practice. I'm gonna have to see that. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't even realize that he got attacked. I have so many videos I need to watch. All my notifications I got like 22 notifications. It'll find time to watch everybody's stuff. Okay. I'll be right back, Myron.
yep, you're going to read a text. Windier than fuck here today. Nice temperature. I don't know what the temperature is, but it feels nice. And wind is good for fish. It stirs the water up and adds oxygen to the water. Whoa, things are not big. The only thing about it just loves the shit out of everything. Hey, Jen, wow, how's it going? Things are already going better for me. I got some weed round up. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not doing much either. This is it. Look, if I live close to you, I wouldn't mind finding a pen or two. Of course, I never go out of the house very much, so you'd probably never find them. And when I do go out, it's just bang, 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 and then I'm back home. Usually within an hour. Sometimes within 20 minutes to a half hour. Oh, maybe get him attach a string or something to the pen so that you can fucking put it around your wrist and you can never lose it. Hmm. Oh, I buy camping lighters, I've heard them called, which they are really. But they're good for lighting furnaces. They're good for anything. And I find that even if I wear a t-shirt that doesn't have a pocket on it, I always have my lighter. And I've really never had anybody try to borrow it, but I'm sure they would give it back. My hair got greasy in a hurry. Practical, Jen. Wow, and this is one of the most practical. It's refillable. And if you're scared about losing one, you can buy two and have one on each side. Although, if you are out where the pigs are, you wouldn't want to be wearing them because they might accuse you of being a firebug. It's a fucking place for. Holiday tomorrow. Oh, that's a long ways to go. I got everything that I pretty much need within 9 blocks. That's how far I live from Main Street. And even if I got across Main Street, no, what kind of truck are you driving with zombies? Are you playing PlayStation? Halloween. Yeah. Right. Fuck me. There's only going to be about 8 of us. I need a costume for Halloween. Shoot, I guess, and call myself a ghost. But I don't think I have any white sheets. But either way, I could go as a ghost or a member of the KKK. Oh, holy shit, you go all out. I used to give out lots of stuff, but now that I'm on low income, I quit giving things out. I just shut the lights off. It's not like anybody plays tricks anymore, anyways. There's no outhouses to tip over, or garbage barrels to tip over. Uh, oh, hell, in town here, they get, I can't remember what it is last year, but a lot of years, some of the places in town get 100 kids. Okay, drive safe and don't smoke too much on the ride home. It's funny how many misguided people out there think that when you smoke weed, you become a dangerous driver. But on alcohol, and I know from firsthand experience, trunk or treat. What was it talking? Oh, alcohol. Uh, I did all kinds of wild, crazy things on alcohol driving. Now, when I drive, when I smoke weed, even when it had a bigger effect on me than what it is now. Okay, Jen, well, uh, I was not a careless driver on weed. I was a safe driver. This fucking baloney that weed is just as unsafe to drive on as alcohol is fucking baloney. The governments or the people in it just don't give a fuck about what you're taking. As long as they're making money, they don't fucking care. They don't care about any of the humans. The government people are for the government people, which is backed by the rich. You know. So all the poor people are just going to get hosed. I don't have to worry because I don't have any offspring to worry about. And I'm leaving my money to what little I have. Uh, a rescue place not too far from here. They rescue dogs, cats, horses, donkeys, mules, miniature horses. And I can't see why I would leave my money to them. Well, I could leave it to a couple of my nieces. But they got a dad, so he should have something left. I doubt if he'll ever have anything for them. He fucking drinks it all away. Me too, Jen. Wow. I like all kinds of animals. I've been within that far of a black bear from here to the lighter, live out in the wild. I like watching animals, even fish. Although I do like to eat fish too if I'm fishing. Huh. Well, went over on an animal. I think. What was that? A fucking diesel with two quads on the back. I get deer walking past my place in the winter time. Yeah, wow. I've had a fox run through between trees I got in my yard and the trailer. And I don't mean it was more like a jog. I was just moving down the street, looking for something to eat, I think. I seen the bobcat one time when I was young. If I was looking at animals. Mm, yeah. So I'm down to one now. Thank you for staying, whoever it is. It is kind of a shit to have to talk to yourself, especially when I don't have too much to say. Uh, Here, how's it going?
Not too bad. And you?
Okay, I guess.
Took a little longer. I had two mishaps. I was going around the corner a little too fast, and yeah, I flipped it on its side twice. So after you flip it, you got to call for a tow truck to take you. Then you repair your shit, and then I start out and do the same damn thing. uh, but it's fun for me. I don't give a shit. I like to push and see how close to the breaking point I can get. You know, for me, that's the fun.
Yeah.
Because it don't mean shit. I ain't dying in the crash. I don't lose any of the Well, I do have damage on the product at times, you know. But I'm a trillionaire in that game,
Oh,
so it don't mean shit.
yeah.
I've had the game for almost 2.5 years.
Oh,
Yeah, fun game, very fun.
yeah.
I can see it being a type of game you'd get into.
Well, I looked at it, like I said, but
Oh yeah.
my computer ain't really strong enough, I don't think, to run anything like that.
Huh.
And I'm really not a gamer anymore because gamer, uh, I don't know, I just have pretty much lost the want to do it
Right, right.
because all
Yeah.
it would take is for me to get a couple chords or one chord. I don't know.
What do you mean, couple chords, or what do you
Well,
mean?
one to go from the game to the modem because I think that's the one that's fucked.
The cable,
Yeah,
the Ethernet.
yeah.
Well, they're pretty cheap. You can get them at dollar stores.
Oh wow, we got a dollar store here in town. Maybe I'll check.
Yeah, yeah, they're pretty cheap. But yeah, there's only well, it says Windows 7. I know you got that. I know you probably have a dual core 2.4 processor. I don't know about your memory, your graphics card, or your storage on your hard drive.
Yeah, well, the hard drive is probably 30% full.
Okay, so that's fine then. You only need 7 GB, which is fuck all.
For RAM, I've got 12 or 14 or something.
Okay, well, minimum is 4 for the game. Do you know what graphics card you have?
Mhm.
I'm sure you could play it. I'm sure you could play it.
But
And even if you had a hard time with it, all you'd have to do is like lower some of the settings.
well, I can't see because I played Gran Turismo
Yes.
on, I think it was Gran Turismo PlayStation 2, or
Okay.
maybe it was Gran Turismo PlayStation 3.
Okay.
But I did 98.5%.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. And then you restarted or something like that.
Yeah, that was the stupidest thing ever.
You were so close.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably would have taken me another year or two to get those last few races in.
Oh shit. Yeah, I have. What is this? 48 of 75 achievements unlocked. 64% of them.
Uh,
Last one was 3 days ago, where I viewed all the cutscenes from the different viewpoints in Idaho.
yeah, you still haven't hauled them potatoes.
No, but I did do one more today, even though they got more like potato salad. But potato salad is still potatoes, right?
Well, the weight is still there, whether it's smashed or whole.
Right.
It still weighs the same. You might lose a little moisture
Yeah.
by crushing.
I think about 30 odd percent of the product was affected.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't mind. Like I said, it don't mean anything. I just do it for fun.
yeah.
At least I didn't hit any train track guardrail thingies.
Oh, fuck. I
Huh?
fixed my furnace.
Oh yeah?
Uh,
So it's going?
well, I never turned it on, but I got the pilot light going.
Oh sweet. What was wrong?
The pilot light went out, and
Yeah, I know, but you couldn't figure it out. What?
I really don't know what happened. I went in there and did everything I did the last time,
Huh?
and it fucking worked.
Okay.
So,
That's weird, but okay. Hey, at least it works, right? At least
yeah,
you won't be freezing this winter,
yeah,
and you don't have to go next door to the strangers with the bonfire.
yeah. I think they were having a party last night.
Nice.
I started listening, and there was more than just him and his wife over there.
Oh yeah. Hooting and hollering.
Well, they were loud enough that I could hear them, yeah.
Any music?
Oh, a little.
Nice.
Uh, and it's pretty varied. One time they had a lot of country shit on, but now it's more varied between rock and country.
Got it. Oh, I cannot wait.
He's got a nice big fucking. It's supposed to be a garage in his yard, but I think it's just a fucking shed that he built.
Right.
But it's big enough to put a car in there, and it's got lots of room for fucking tools too. He's got tools hanging all over the walls. I can
Wow.
see at night. I can stand on my porch and see over the fence into the top of his garage. I guess I could climb up on the roof, see right into it.
Let me see. Nice. They're opening up a new DLC on the 7th. So in it says 1 day, 20 hours. They're opening up Wyoming.
Ooh,
Yeah. Whereabouts is Wyoming?
it's more or less south of me. It's
So
over.
it's beside Washington.
Yeah, right around in there. There might be one state in between Washington and Wyoming, or maybe it's right beside Washington, or what? Yeah, Washington and Wyoming, and then a third state.
Right, right.
Map, I guess.
And they're working on Texas, which I guess is over by New Mexico.
Yeah, it's east of New Mexico.
Right. Because I already have New Mexico.
And Texas east of Arizona too.
Yep. I have Arizona, Idaho, Cali, Washington, um, Oregon, Utah. Yep. Fun little game.
Yeah.
The graphics are pretty cool in it. And on my house game on the I think the 15th or the 14th, they got a fucking DLC coming out too, where you can buy fucking mansions and shit. Yeah, luxurious mansions, hundreds of items, and a bunch of new NPCs for $15 on October 14th. And right now I only have 1724 in my wallet on Steam from I don't even know where that's from.
Yeah.
But hey,
Yeah. I kind of wished I'd have kept my PlayStation 3 instead of getting the PlayStation 4.
why is that?
Well, I like the games better.
Got it.
Uh, Actually, I like the games on PlayStation 2 even better than the ones on 3.
I loved PlayStation 2.
Yeah. They
It
were
was
actual games on there that were just single person games that
yeah,
would take 6 months to a year to do.
yep.
Now,
Like you said, the Gran Turismo.
yeah,
I love that game.
yeah. Now, fuck, you can do the game part of it in, oh, I think one of them I did in 7 or 8 hours,
Damn.
but I got lucky.
Oh,
Well, I just went through everything and never got killed very many times. I can't even remember what it was on it anymore. What game it was. I just know that once I had. It was a shooting game. War, I think. Not Red Dead.
I I don't know. I'm not too keen on Red Dead.
Uh, Now you're gonna say the thing that I say about all games.
What's that?
It's all repetition.
Yeah, yeah,
Red Dead, you play, you say you're doing the same thing over and over, but there isn't a game that you don't do the same thing over and over.
true, true, true. Well, with the house one, it's kind of the same because you clean up and you fix up, but
Yeah,
you can customize it any way you want because there's so many different items,
yeah,
which is the cool part about it. I love that game.
yeah.
Yeah, if I'm feeling stressed out, it's a game I play.
I don't get stressed anymore.
No?
No, the pills work good for everything. And besides, I've went through almost everything in my life, so really nothing much stresses me out. And getting money, I gotta do something about the other down in the other end.
Oh,
Yeah, well, there's a big hole that was cut in the wall of the trailer, and a great big hole for a door or two.
okay,
And I want to block those off, and
okay.
then I'll just turn the heat down in that part of the building, and my electrical bill maybe won't be as high.
So you have a hole in your wall?
Yeah,
Do you keep it covered or something?
well, since I've been growing weed, I hang a blanket up in front of it so the light ain't
Right.
blasting way out. Yeah, I got a big.
Okay. At the opening that is there, is there how can I word this right? Along the edges, top, sides, and I guess bottom, there'd be something solid to screw into.
Oh yeah,
Okay, so yeah, all you'd have to do is make a frame out of 2x4s all the way around, and then put studs every so often between it, and then drywall and fucking
way too much work, way too hard for me.
yeah, I know.
You're going by what you do and playing the game.
No, no, in real life.
Mm, yeah, but I uh, I don't need to go at her that hard. I do have some few bats of insulation that I might toss in there, and then maybe get some cardboard or something to hold it in place.
Yeah, yeah, that would work.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. When I go to do it, if I ever do it, I'll figure something out.
Keyword if you ever do it.
Yeah, yeah. I also want to put a piece of that bubble wrap with some
Mhm.
metal foil on each side over my growing room window. Just
Was that
help keep the heat in.
okay? Okay, got it, got it. Well, you don't need the bubble wrap. All you need to do is cover that window with the aluminum foil, like you were saying.
Yeah, no bubble wrap on the outside of it to seal off, make sure no air comes in around the window. Although it's not the windows where the fucking air is coming in.
Got it.
I don't know. I'll deal with it as it comes along. Just
Right.
like I dealt with the furnace, I'll get something done.
Even, yeah. Whenever you have enough strength for it, right?
Oh, yeah. Whenever I get the feeling that I'm okay to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because some days I have the strength, but I just hurt too fucking much. And other days the hurt's not that bad, but just
Nah.
don't want to do it.
Right. I feel that.
Like I bought this window shit to reflect, put on the windows
Hmm.
to reflect the sun. I bought it in the spring. It's still sitting there, hasn't been put up.
Damn.
But I did get the old one off, and I cleaned the window once. I can see I still got to go at it again.
Was it dirty or something?
Oh yeah, I had tape on it
Oh, tape.
holding the blackout uh,
Right.
uh, pieces that they
Right. Right.
use in automobiles.
Yep.
But I find the ones I got, it was supposed to be zero sunlight coming through, but that was bullshit. Needed about three of them together to stop the sunlight from coming through.
What's this?
Uh,
Did you see Jen's video about you?
no.
Oh, you should check it out.
Uh, go, go there.
You looking for it?
I'm looking for her name. Yeah.
I found the link.
Okay. It looks so hard that.
Link is in chat. Or you can go into private. I don't understand why she would put a video like this out. Hello, UB.
I ain't gonna watch it now. 10 minutes long. UBC, how's it going?
UBC Illin.
And how's that hot young thing you run around with?
Oh, you should have heard him the other day saying something to the effect about everyone's all about fucking how's Carolina, 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 Carolina. He's like, what about me? You're just a driver.
Yeah.
And the father.
A chauffeur and not very good at that. Get out and open up her door for her like you should.
Aw.
Maybe I'll have to mention that to her.
Mm.
If your old man really loved you, he'd get out and open up the door for you every time. He must have come in and said hello and fucked off.
I think so. I don't think he's a great fan of mine.
Maybe not. I don't know.
It's so hard to tell nowadays.
Yeah.
Too much backstabbing on YouTube.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
A lot of hypocrites,
Snowflakes.
snowflakes, Karens and Darrens,
Pussies and wussies.
shit talkers, shit stirrers.
There's some shitheads too.
People that just love to hold on to grudges forever and ever.
Yeah. And before I was on these pills, I probably would have been holding grudges too.
Well, thank God you're on them then, I guess.
Well, I don't know if I would or not. I'm trying to think of it. Is it these pills, or maybe I'm changing in my old age in the way I think about things?
Mm-hmm. Possibly.
Yeah.
But you're not that old. You're only 64.
Yeah, but that's 14 years more than you.
13.
Okay, 13. Still, that's quite a bit of.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'll live that long to your age right now. No. I can't see it. I can't fathom it.
Yeah. Well, oh, the government money.
You do?
Yeah, I'm paying it off there. Take $158 or $68 a month off my checks.
Wow.
So instead of me getting almost $1,700 a month, I get about $1,500 a month.
Wow. How long do you have to do that for?
Till I'm 80 some.
Holy shit.
I don't know if it's 83 or 87.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Well, what really sucks is some of the shit I bought with it was just shit, like these coach and shit.
that you don't use.
Yeah. Nobody uses my. It's mostly just the dogs use the couch and the love seat.
Yeah.
Although I did wear out one side of the love seat, but the fucking thing is disintegrated while it's sitting there.
All
It
right.
seems to be giving out. Oh, I'll have to try and write a fucking message to him, but I'll try again maybe one of these mornings. Tell him that I think his product sucks and the manager, the owner of the Peace River office is a cunt.
Uh,
Big fucking cunt.
uh, I just wish I could remember that night. Actually, it was that night. That would have been Tuesday, I guess, where everyone was attacking me, righteously so, and then someone attacked you in chat.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Something to the effect about cleaning your house. You look like a hoarder.
Oh, yeah. Well, fuck him.
I fucking hid the person just for that fucking remark.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, I did.
Why would
Don't
I?
you, I don't want people disrespecting you like that.
Well, did I say something about it? No, you should have let me say something first.
Eh,
Yeah.
it
Because,
is what it is.
I
Yeah.
would like,
Next time it happens, I'll let you know.
yeah, please. Because I would like to get to say something about it.
All right.
Like, hey, if you're that fucking upset about it.
I, I, I know roughly a group of people that admit. Well, I know it was only one person,
Yeah,
but it was either this person, this person, this person, this person, or this person
yeah, I know.
type of deal.
Yeah, yeah. They can't get me upset by saying that because huh, there's lots of empty spaces in here. So it
Let
can't be order.
let them live your life where you fucking live every day, all day, fucking in pain, just to fucking sit there, yet alone move.
No,
This total ignorance, though, on their behalf.
no, yeah, but no, it don't matter there.
Yeah, well,
It's just like every doctor.
that's the difference between you and me.
Yeah, I'm a little more,
Easy going on that. Yeah.
well, a little more easygoing everywhere, I would say. On everything.
Yeah.
But it's hard to give a fuck about anything anymore for me. My condition is the most important thing in my life.
Yeah.
So I can't give a fuck really about hockey or football or anything else. It's just this.
Well, you have your show.
Yeah. And I am starting to feel good enough. Maybe in a year or two, I might be able to get out and start moving a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can run out of breath sleeping. Sleeping, I can run out of breath.
Well,
My arms start aching because they're not getting enough air.
got it.
I take vitamin B12 every day because if you're on, uh, uh,
You take the shot in your arm?
no, I just take a pill.
Oh, lucky guy.
Well, Doctor didn't tell me to do it,
Oh,
but I have seen on the internet that one guy who was a doctor said that anybody that had diabetes and was on the pills should, well, anybody, I think it was anybody that had diabetes should be taking vitamin B12, and it wouldn't hurt to take a little iron and vitamin D with it for making blood. So your
but
blood, yeah,
what's in what? Okay, what type of foods have iron though?
meats, uh,
Yeah,
beans, uh, 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 vitamin A is liver,
yeah,
iron is liver, I think too.
yeah.
I think any beef you can get iron out of it,
What
just in varying amounts.
food has iron? Iron-rich food list of meats and something. Okay, let's see. Food has two types of iron: hem and non-hem iron. Okay, never knew that. If I'm saying that right, hem, Heme. I don't know.
Hemi,
Hemi, I don't know.
hemi iron.
Uh, Hemi iron is found in meat, fish, and poultry. It is a form of iron that is most readily absorbed by your body. You absorb up to 30% of the hemi iron that you consume. Eating meat generally boosts your iron levels far more than eating non-hemi iron. Non-hemi iron is found in plant-based foods such as fruits, vegetables, and nuts. Foods with non-hemi iron are still an important part of a nutritious, well-balanced diet, but the iron contained in these foods won't be absorbed as completely. You absorb between 2 and 10% of the non-hemi iron that you consume. Lovely. So, it found in meat. What kind of meat, though? It doesn't say. All right, I'm going to look that up. What meat has iron? All right. Chicken liver, no thank you. Beef liver, no thank you. Lamb, I love lamb. It's very expensive though.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can
Ch-
buy a whole lamb out here for about $110.
Holy shit. Chorizo? I
Tree,
don't know. Chorizo? It looks like a sausage with
it,
yellow, like
it's
looking like cheese.
yeah, Mexican sausage.
Okay.
Got
I
a
don't even I don't even know if that's here.
got a little.
Ve- veal? I don't mind veal too. Also expensive. Chicken, I have lots of chicken.
Well, so you
Fra-
should be covered.
Frankfurt sausage, I have that. Beef, I have that. Pork, I haven't had that because of the sugar in it.
In pork,
I believe I
no,
was told.
no sugar in
Or
pork.
something. Fuck. Okay. Anyways, ham. It's been a while, but I wouldn't mind ham. Pork loin, same. Turkey, I love turkey. Serrano ham, I guess that's Italian.
I guess so.
I don't even know what it is.
Serrano
Serrano.
pepper, I think.
Let me click it.
A serrano pepper.
Is a type of food categorized amongst meats. One portion of ham, considering as a portion, meaning more or less grams of blah blah blah, contains 89. So what the fuck is it?
Hmm.
It shows the pictures in. I read what it says. It kind of looks like a bacon, a very big piece of bacon.
A Serrano ham, like a Canadian ham, sort of.
Here, let me. Oh, I can't. It's your show.
Yeah, but
I,
it's,
I okay. I'm gonna bring a thing. It's in your basement,
yeah, that's more like a bacon, all right. Huh,
right?
I've seen that before.
Me neither. Huh?
How good it is.
I have no idea. um, let's see. Saturated fat. Uh, wow, almost a gram. Some poly polyunsaturated fat, some monosaturated fat. Protein is good. The carbs are pretty low, 0.18 gram. No sugar, nothing fiber, calcium, iron. Doesn't even say iron.
Oh, you're right. Some I don't know if all pork would be sweet, but ham is sweet. If they add sugar into the curing mix.
Right, right.
I don't know if it would really be enough to affect blood sugars too much. But if you're eating other stuff that had lots of sugar in it too, then it's in the cumulative thing.
So that should be good for iron. Thank God it's coming up to Thanksgiving. I'll get some turkey into me. Mm,
I wonder if I'll get turkey this year.
last year I had 2 meals.
Yeah, me too last year. My niece brought me one, and lady in town brought me one.
Nice.
It's just plates. Yeah, well, that's all. One meal fed me for three.
Huh.
I don't eat that much.
All right, right.
I can. Yeah, a bowl of food, like a bowl of soup, that's enough for my stomach.
Yeah.
I don't try to eat more. If I eat too much more, I'll just automatically throw it back up because there just ain't that much room in this.
I have scrambled eggs in the morning, or I'll have bacon once a week, like I was saying,
Uh,
and no bread, no nothing of that, no butter, nothing. Um, and then I won't eat until dinner. No snacks, no pop.
it's, that's a lot better than what you were doing.
Yes, where I would be all that time. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
Bag of chips.
I was the same way when I was younger.
It's not my fault they make it so taste so good. Shit.
Well, I don't know if I like Coke because of the taste. Although, if I have to drink Coke or Pepsi, I don't like Pepsi even being in the house.
I don't like either, but yeah, if I have to choose, I'll pick Coke. I hate both.
Well,
It's
I
root beer or fucking nothing.
yeah. Whereas I like Coke, uh, I don't mind the Sprite every once in a while, which is made by Coke. Whereas Pepsi and Seven Up are together. And
Yeah, I like Mug.
yeah, no,
I don't even remember who makes it. It's one of them. I think it's Coke, but I'm not sure.
yeah, I don't know.
I like it better in A&W, and I like it better in Barks.
Yeah, I think we get Barks up here, and A&W comes think of it. Sugar free too.
Yeah, yeah, they have that, but
Uh,
it tastes like shit.
well, yeah, but you're just replacing one fucking thing that's bad for you with another fucking thing that's bad for you. They've already done studies that fucking saccharin, that was years ago, was bad for you, and all these new, or most of the new ones, are just as bad for you. The artificial ones.
Right, right. Yeah, I don't have any of those ever.
Yeah,
That aspartame is fucking cancer.
yeah. And a lot of pop has that, I think. Something like that, aspartame or one of them other.
Yeah, all the diet shit.
Yeah, yeah.
That's causes cancer. And
Yeah.
I've known people that would drink it by the cases.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, let's give ourselves diabetes and cancer. Fuck it. I don't want one. I want both.
Yeah. Uh,
Wow, 20 to 5. I'm about to get off there.
okay, make something to eat.
Thinking about it.
I made mushroom soup for lunch.
Mushroom soup.
Yeah, I'll be eating it for supper and probably tomorrow breakfast too.
Nice. Do you do you use crackers or not?
Yeah. Well, I put crackers in the bowl afterwards.
Yeah, I crush them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But 2 cans of Campbell's mushroom soup and 1 can of mushrooms that there's got 3 different kinds of mushrooms in it. And fuck, I poured it out. And there was no water in it. It was just about straight mushrooms.
Wow, that's odd.
Yeah, I was surprised. Fuck, it was just packed. So I'm really having a mushroom soup.
Extra mushroomy soup.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love mushroom soup with crackers. Oh yeah.
Well, soup's got to have crackers.
Yeah.
Except for maybe French onion soup. Then you can have garlic toast.
Mm. Oh, I miss my garlic bread. Uh,
Garlic and some other kind of shit in bread in the fridge.
I should listen to what I've learned from doctors and shit. They say these things I can eat, but it can't be a once in a blue moon thing where it's a shock to your system.
Mm. So you can only eat a little bit every day.
Yeah, and that's hard.
Oh,
Little bit, little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just the opposite. If I get something that's gone the same day, usually.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't like leftovers except the pizza or Chinese.
Oh no, I've got. I could have leftovers in the fridge for a week and have it eat off it.
Not me.
No problem there. Well, maybe not a week, but 4 days. Uh, One way to do it is by making a soup, and then every day you add in another ingredient or two to the soup, and that
Oh,
changes it. Plus, hey, Melvin,
oh wow.
uh, and that changes the taste a little bit, and also, you know,
Cool. Maybe Melvin will come up and keep you company while I go. What do you think, Melvin? You up for that?
well, you can go. Hell, I'll sit here for as long as, and then I'll just eat.
All right, man. Well, you guys have fun,
Yeah,
and I'll see you later.
yeah.
Peace.
Peace out. Oh, and how come you're so upset? Those kids ain't in the yard. And why are you acting like you are? I ain't stopping you, Melvin. Yeah, I'll wait patiently while you go outside. Well, was a pretty quick smoke there, Delvin. How's it going?
Not too bad. Been kind of messed up lately, but that's just the way things go.
What are you messed up with?
Well, some unknown arthritis, I guess they call it, technically.
Fuck.
They explained to me there's over 100 different types. There's only 3 that they have tests for and treatments for. The main 3, like arthritis and rheumatoid.
Yeah. Well, that sure as fuck sucks.
Yeah, it happened to me early in life. 28. I was 28 when it struck me. I probably had it before that, but just didn't know any different. Right? Know any better?
Yeah.
And then slowly over the years, now it's been just creeping on me, and then I get messed up for. I hurt myself easily. I hurt my shoulder. I don't know, a month ago now. It's still sore.
Holy fuck.
Well, I moved the double. It was a double mattress, double sized mattress or whatever, double.
Yeah.
I moved that outside myself, so it's probably what fucked up my shoulder. Took a few days for it to kick in, but then it was kind of messed up. It's like it almost feels like one of those crinks in your neck you get when you wake up in the morning. You can't move it, but it's in my shoulder muscle here or something, in my back. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I got one of them cranks one time. I went out to work and I was packing around a 4-inch hose that was full of drilling fluid, mud and water. Fuck, I got such a crick in my neck. I went to the doctor and he gave me some fucking pills that were muscle relaxers. I took one and I was relaxed. I wouldn't take any more. I threw them away.
Yeah, mine's more of a inflammation problem. If things start getting pinched and shit, I guess where the joint is, there's like a sack of liquid.
Yeah.
And then the sack of liquid swells up like a balloon, and it makes everything tight and painful and stretches muscles and tendons and stuff.
Yeah. Stretches them. I got
the little sack fills up.
I got just the opposite. It pulls them tighter.
Yeah, I seen that before. You have to get the tendon stretched back out again.
Well, what they do is they cut the skin all off your hand and just fold it over as much as they need to. And then they take all the fucking tendons and they cut them in a Z so that they stretch out farther.
Oh, yeah. But then you got to be careful with them, too, not to tear them, eh?
Yeah, and then after I don't know if you're awake when they do that or if you're asleep.
Well, I imagine they'd put you out.
Yeah, because they wouldn't want you moving your fingers while they're doing that.
Yeah, I'm guessing they'd knock you out.
Because after they did the whole cutting and got them all back to where they're supposed to be, then they got to sew the fucking skin back on the hand. There was a woman that had it done here in town. I would get it done, but it's out in Edmonton and I don't want to travel 500 clicks or whatever it is. What the fuck do you want? Do you need a piece?
Oh, I've been pretty lucky with my fingers. I just got the one I smashed a little bit, but otherwise I'm good.
Well, hell, I have a broken finger. I chipped a small bone playing basketball at school. Fucking show off kept. I was in the clear, and he was busy trying to dribble his way out 3 or 4 people, and I just started hollering at him. So he just drilled it at me, and I stuck out my hand to grab it, and I just caught it with my little finger and chipped a bone in there. And the doctor said, "Well, it'll go away in time." But I think this is also with a thumb that I smashed between the collar and the blocks on the rig. And that where the bone grew, I accidentally hit it. I think it was with a hammer, and it disintegrated. And that's when everything else started fucking up.
Shit, Myron. What are you doing to yourself?
It's only skin.
Yeah, it's only your fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I smashed one of my fingers pretty bad one time, but that's about it. Been pretty careful that way, I guess. My fingers are important to me. They got to do everything.
Well, mine were to me too. I try not to stick many places that would get hurt, but when you're at work, sometimes, well, I guess I could have just said fuck it, but I was trying to be the best guy at work ever, and
So mine was from I was drilling, and then the drill slipped off and smashed down onto my finger. Pinched it and ground it down a bit.
I caught mine between 1,200 pounds and maybe 3,000 or 4,000 pounds that was swinging into the 1,200 pounds, and it popped the thumbnail off from the back, but it was still hanging on there. But at the back end, she was right to the bone.
Shit, dude. I worked on like 1 ton to 3 ton presses for about 6 years, and I was always trying. I was always fearful of my fingers, man. Being cautious about putting stuff in the press. Pounding on a pedal all day, putting thing in the press, pound on a pedal, and keep going all day like that.
Yeah.
Manufacturing, punching holes in aluminum and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
1 ton press to a 3 ton press. There's several of them. And everybody else that worked there has at least punched their finger or squished their fingertip or something at one time.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody that basically worked those presses. I was the only one that never hurt themselves on it.
I hurt that, and I was back at work the next day. And a week later, we were moving the rig, and I was hooking up a chain for some reason. I should have just been taking it off, but I was hooking it up, and I flipped it like that, and it went around what I wanted it to go around, but then it smacked me right in the fucking thumb. I didn't do much to that, and then a few days later, I had to go up to Derek to help the motor man, even though I was only climbing the ladder with one hand. I was had a bandage on it, so I took a pair of gloves, cut the thumb out of it, and then I took another pair of gloves and cut the thumb out of it, and I put it over top, and I was electrical taping it together, and I went like, and I drove it right into the, you could call it the wall. It was called knowledge blocks. But there was blood to surface in, not long, about 5 seconds. And it was all stitched up. And it had been over a week, I think, since it had happened. So I climbed up there, helped with the guy up there, climbed back down, and I went and laid down. I told my driller, I said, I'll be in tool room sleeping if you want me.
I need some.
I got up and I said, to the push, I went in and seen the push, and I said, I don't care. I'm taking this a week off starting now because they didn't want to lose their safety days.
Was the pay good?
Oh yeah, the pay was really good. It
Oh,
was,
fuck.
I did extra special for them. I know, but what the hell?
Oh, I got a little bit of lag there.
I was making lots of money, and even with the week off, didn't bother me. I was working too much anyways. Not partying enough.
Fucking chewing your fingers to shit.
Just this one hand, it's always taking all abuse.
Taking all the beatings, eh?
Yeah, this hand is never. It's the one that's holding something, the one that was holding the hatchet when I hacked my hand. Right there.
Oh.
This is the one that was holding the butcher knife when I sliced my thumb.
Well, man, you learn your lessons the hard way. Fucking chopping your shit.
That was a long time ago. When I cut my thumb with a butcher knife, I was probably 12 years old and probably about the same age with the hatchet.
Yeah, like I said, you're learning your lessons the hard way, eh?
Yeah. But after a while, I realized never stick your finger where you wouldn't stick your dick. And since I started going with that, I've never hurt my fingers again.
There you go. Friendly reminder, eh?
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
I see. I remember I chopped the tip of my boot a little bit with an axe, but I had steel toes on. I remember doing that once. When I was cutting wood, I hit it weird or whatever and slipped it and it chunked in the tip of my toe. If I didn't have steel toes on, it would have chopped me probably.
Yeah, I had an old, I think it was maybe a roofing axe because it had a blade on it for chopping, but it wasn't like, it was like a hatchet. And I can't remember what it had on the back side of it.
Like long and skinny with a serrated hammer on the back or ruffled or whatever, the textured.
I can't remember what the hell it was. Like this was, like I said, between 12 and 14.
Yeah, well, okay, something sharp on a stick.
Well, it wasn't that sharp, but it was, well,
Sharp enough, obviously.
I was making, cutting down trees about that big and building a fort. Had 4 walls up about, I don't know, maybe 2 feet when I cut myself, and then after that, the fort was done.
Building a fort.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Fort building. I remember those days. I built a few forts with some friends and stuff. But we took our materials from the construction sites.
Yeah, while I was out in the country, there was no construction sites. I went and cut down real trees, built an old time fort.
Oh, logging.
Yes,
A log shack.
yes. That's what I tried to build.
Yeah. Build yourself a pecker pole shack.
Yeah.
We got a few spots up here that's all full of pecker poles. It'd be awesome to make teepees out of. Big giant teepees.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the lodgepole pine uh, is really good for that. Is that what you got there?
I don't know. They call them pecker poles. They're just big, tall, dead trees, basically. No limbs on them, really. But they're tall and skinny. Come to a point. They're
Yeah,
nice and straight. They're only like maybe 4 inches at best at the base, but they're like fucking, I don't know, 40 foot tall, something like that. Depends on which ones you pick.
yeah, because if
And it just sort of looks like a forest of porcupine quills or something, almost. I don't know. I don't know why it did that. They just call them pecker poles up here.
yeah,
And they'd use them to make little cabins, or like I said, use them as poles for giant teepees. You just wrap tarp around it instead.
yeah. Well, that's what sort of what Eric Brandt did. Only I think he didn't use pecker poles. He used 6 inch at the base.
Yeah, quite a bit larger. But these are just tall, skinny, pointy things.
Yeah, well, his are.
And there's like a whole, I don't know, big section of forest that's just like that. They're all the same height, roughly.
Yeah,
And they're just all stripped of their vegetation. I don't know what happened to them, why they did that, but it's just the way it happened. And then all around the campsites up here, there's no like wood you can just walk into the bush and pick up to burn in your campfire because everybody's picked it up already. So all the ground around the campsites are all clear of debris.
yeah. It was at a party in Edmonton down by the river there, and I went down to look for wood, and everybody says we never find any. You got to buy it. God damn! I walked quite a ways down the river, and there was nothing. It
Yeah.
was clean.
Yeah, it gets all picked clean after a while from all the campers
Yeah,
over the years, eh? That's when I first started going up McCullough Lake here, go fishing and stuff. There was plenty of wood and debris everywhere to burn. But now, nothing. It's all cleared out.
yeah,
There's people picking it up. Like you can go down out to the main road and drive down it a bit and find some wood, but nowhere in the campground area.
Well, if you drive north, long ways, mind you, to Hudson Hope, you can go to Williston Lake,
Williston Lake.
and it's a big man-made one.
Yeah, there's tons of lakes up here. Little ones, small ones, medium ones, whatever.
Well, it's because of a dam. They put a dam in BC, and that river runs just south of me, 10 miles.
Yeah, that big one you're talking about, that big ass dam.
Yeah,
Oh shit, I can't remember the name.
WAC Bennett Dam, I think. But
Yeah.
we always called it the Hudson Hope Dam because that's where it is.
Oh, it could be. I just don't remember the name now.
Yeah.
I know it's a big ass dam. I went fishing behind it. They got some pretty good fish behind there.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, we're fishing off the cliff sides, eh? And you go down below, they got a little shelf cut up near about knee high in water. And you just fish off down into the depths, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Some big ass fish in there.
There is another dam, like there's the Hudson Hope Dam, that's a big one. And then a mile or two below it, there's another dam called the Peace River Dam.
Oh, that might be the one I was at.
And there's fish in between.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
But it's hard to catch the fish in between if you go out in the lake. Like right by where you were saying, right by the base of the Peace River Dam, they catch lots of fish in there, but they're all fairly small.
Oh, these worms are big ass ones.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And
They're silver. I remember them being silver. So it was some kind of salmon I was catching.
they don't have. I don't think they have salmon in there anymore.
I don't know. It was just like over a decade ago. Like we're talking 50, maybe even 20 years ago now. I was there.
Yeah,
I can't remember which dam, but yeah, no, they're some kind of salmon, big silver. They're silver.
yeah,
Some kind of salmon we're catching because the flesh was pink, and they're big. They're pretty big.
yeah. Huh.
There was some kind of like cliff edge that they cut out, like so it was straight up and down like steps. And so I can go down below, and I was like knee high in water on that ledge that was cut out, and I was fishing off that. And I couldn't see the bottom. Like it was deep, like we're behind the dam, right?
Yeah. I don't know where that would be. I never seen that part.
Oh,
But
like I can't remember. It was such a long time ago.
I fished that dam with a boat.
But it was a big ass tall dam. It was in between the canyons,
Yeah, yeah.
and it was a big, big dam, big tall one. But we fished behind it.
They didn't even knock the fucking trees down when they platted it. So you have your sounder says 30 feet, but you actually only have 10 feet of depth because of the fucking trees.
Yeah, get snagged up on the trees fishing and shit.
Yeah. If you go to the mountainside, the inward side of Williston Lake, instead of coming all the way up to Hudson Hope, because if that was the dam, that's when you went to. You turn off at, where in the fuck is it? I think maybe it's McBride, or you go to McBride. I think it is. I could be wrong. And you go in there, and we went in and right when fishing opened up in the summertime. And holy shit, you got the right creek, but once you find the right fucking creek, the fish go to spawn. And I was sitting in a boat, 4 guys were fishing. I just gave up because there wasn't enough room in the boat for all five of us really. But fuck, they hooked on a trout. 4 fucking trout at once, and the trout was pulling the fucking boat around.
There you go.
Jesus, good fishing.
Yeah, it's mostly what we got up here, trout, lake trout. But the Okanagan Lake's got kokanee in it, so it's got salmon in it. But it's not really the best to go fishing in the Okanagan Lake. Not really. It's too busy.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. There's a bunch of creeks that we're not allowed to fish in now. Well, there's a bunch of creeks that lead into the Okanagan Lake from all the other lakes from up in the hills.
Huh.
Like the Mission Creek gets like a glacial runoff too. So it
Well,
goes way back up there.
the fish probably go up them streams to spawn,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's given the fish a better chance to live.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're not allowed to touch that creek now.
Hey, Glenbrook, how's it going?
It's been like that for a while.
Yeah, they did that up here too.
And then they shut off a whole mountain range to us too. No motorized vehicles because people were fucking it up so bad with all their recreational vehicles and stuff.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Motorbikes and 4x4s and quads, whatever.
Yeah.
They're making too much erosion, too many cuts and stuff in the hillsides. It was creating hazardous, cause mudslides and stuff, right? So
Yeah.
they shut it all down, and it's all kind of healed up. But then that fire came through and kind of wrecked it again. So they had to throw down grass seeds from helicopters to try to stabilize the hill. It worked. It didn't wash away, so we got lucky there. Gave chance for nature to bounce back a bit and hold the ground together, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, they were so worried about mudslides and stuff, they seeded it with the helicopter grass seeds, some natural grasses or whatever that grow around there.
Yeah. Yeah, I know they have places. Well, hell, just go to the farm store and buy seed. You can get seed that's native Albertan. Uh, I don't know how specific they go down to an area for seed, but I know that like we can get just straight Alberta seeds, native to
Yeah.
Alberta.
Imagine you get whatever you want, really.
Yeah, but you know what's the matter? I can get those seeds native to Alberta, and if I plant them in my yard, I can't let them grow up and look beautiful. I have to keep them cut.
You have to what?
Keep everything cut down to,
Well,
you know,
to make everybody happy.
yeah, but I should be able to fucking grow them plants, and seeing as they're natural, I should be able to do it and not have to cut them.
See, we all should grow like vegetable gardens in our front yards instead of having lawn.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few people that do that on the internet.
Yeah, everybody should do that though.
Yeah.
Do some organic farming right in your front yard.
Well, I've got fruit in my fruit, two different kinds of fruit. I think it's a choke cherry tree and wild strawberries in my front yard.
Yeah. Most people don't like the fruit and stuff because it just falls to the ground, rots, and brings in all the wasps and crap, the smell, bugs and whatnot. They don't want to deal with it anymore.
Well, maybe it's different down there where I got
Well,
raspberries and uh, crab apples in the backyard.
we're kind of surrounded in orchards and grapevines and raspberries and all that stuff, big fields of it.
Oh, oh, oh.
So that's why people don't. They used to have quite a bit of stuff like that in their yards, but over time, everybody's gotten rid of it all.
Yeah.
They don't want to deal with it.
Well, the wild strawberries are such a fucking treat.
I know. I know where to go get some too. I know where they grow.
It's close to any gravel pit.
The ones I'm finding, they're along the side of a forestry road that hardly ever gets used. I
Okay.
think it was an old train trestle road, like old, old train trestle,
Yeah.
but they took all the ties and stuff out. I'm not sure though, but it's flat and smooth like that, so that's why it makes me think it was a train trestle of some sort, or a train
Yeah.
used to run down there.
A train bed.
Yeah, and just on the sides, like just wild strawberries all up and down this one side.
Yeah.
And they're really small, but they're sweet as hell.
Yes. Because when they took them and they started breeding them to get larger, they lost the sweetness.
Yeah, they lost the concentration of it, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah, I know a spot up here we can go get them.
A lot of the spots that I used to go when I was younger, they got people living there, so I can't.
I don't know. We're just exploring up there, and we found them, munched down on them all day.
Yeah.
They're all up inside, all up in the one side of the road or whatever up there. I can't even remember why we're up there. I think we're just exploring. Yeah, just looking for new places to trail around, hike around.
Yeah. Yeah.
They won't let you drive up in there. We had to walk in. So, org,
Org.
or Big Red, or Mr. Ginger,
OG.
or just call him Angry. There you go, Angry. Yeah, supposedly I'm hearing that he got hit by one of those creeps in the car or whatever. They hit him with the car.
Yeah.
Bruised his bone of his leg or something crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. Did you get that on camera?
And yes, you did.
You get some good action shot on that.
What he felt,
Capuche.
his camera that he had in his hand, it accidentally shut off, or I can't remember where it was, but he's also wearing the glasses camera too, and it stayed on. Won't
Oh,
be
yeah.
won't be any sound, but when he goes, boop, we should be able to see it.
First person view.
Ooh.
Yeah. Get some action pack there. Uh-oh.
How's it going?
Not bad, not bad. You like that one?
Yeah.
You should see some of the ones that Dirty gets when I go up there, especially after I've had my anxieties up or I've been running around, my hair's a mess. Yeah, I give him some good ones when I come up and show the face. But yeah, Melvin, he hit me pretty good. Like, he didn't do any damage. Like, he straightened my leg, but hit me hard enough that it bent my leg kind of backwards and it bruised the bone. Then I got my neighbor's dog. They took off to Mexico for a week. So I've been walking that thing every day the last 2 days. But the bones killing. Every time I take a step, it shoots right up to my knee and then from my knee to my hip.
Like, did you even try to hop out of the way or hop on the hood or anything?
No, he wasn't going that fast. This is how it happened. So when I came out of the building, we were standing where I asked him to be standing. I approached him, showed him a picture. I'm like, hey, Arjun. And he looked at me and he was like, I don't know who you're talking about. I'm like, this guy right here. I said, well, that's not me. That's what I'm like, that you don't play games. You know what? I know why you're here. You're talking to me. Oh, I'm here to meet a girl. I'm like, all right, let's stand here and have wait for the girl then. I'll have a smoke. And he starts walking away. It's not me. I'm like, dude, listen, I know why you're here. I know what it's done. You're on camera. You're caught. Just let's talk. And he starts walking towards his car. So when he got in his car, I went over and I got the VIN number, but half of it was covered. And then I went and got his plate. And as I'm standing in front, he stood at the car and he moved towards me and he hit me with his car. Just lightly, right? Very lightly. But I straight up there, I'm like, dude, that's assault. Now I have the right to block you in and prevent you from leaving. Because you assaulted me and I have to wait for the cops. And you're waiting for the cops. So then he kept trying to back up and move around, so I just kept standing in front of him. So then I got some distance away, and he revved it. He come at me from about a good 2 feet away. I know it doesn't seem far, but even with the impact of the car, and I was kind of downhill from where the front of the car was, it ended up knocking me onto the hood of the car, and I did everything in my power not to smash my hand on the hood of his car. But when he hit me the hard time, you'll see it on the camera. My phone shut off. I don't know what happened.
So you're telling me he lurched at you with his car?
Yeah.
So that's like what is that? That's like
a threat.
Yeah.
It's a threat with a weapon.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, that's something like that.
So after he nudged me and hit me the first time, I called it assault. I said, "You're not leaving." And then he really hit me. But my phone went off. Luckily, I got the view from the camera and from my glasses, and the GoPro doesn't give good footage and stuff. Like, the picture's super clear. It's a great picture. It's just that I don't have a good place to mount it, and because I don't have a stabilizer, every little movement's so rigid because of the way I have it mounted, right? So it's good to pick up audio, and it's good for like a backup if I ever just need backup footage for something. But my camera caught everything out. My eyeglasses got everything else until I got my phone. I didn't even know it was off at first. I thought I was still recording, and then I looked down and I'm like, oh shit, it's off. I had to turn it back on.
You must have really scared the shit out of him for him to do that.
That's what I said. So I come up here, relax a little bit, get on the phone with the cop. I called the station on this. I want to report. I hit and run. I had somebody came to have a meeting with me, and as we were talking, he walked away, and as I was taking his picture displayed, he drove into me, and he hit me a couple of times. I've got injuries. I need to make a report. Okay, so what was the conversation about? She asked. I'm like, oh, that doesn't matter. I'm like, what matters is I was hit, and he took off, and I need to make a report. Oh, but I need to know what you guys are talking about. I'm like, you need to know what I ate for breakfast, too? Well, it's for officer safety. So my conversation earlier this morning was going to dictate how the officer safety is. But you're being, I'm like, I'm not being difficult. I'm like, what's your name? She gave me her name. What's your name? I'm like, it doesn't matter. I'm like, when the cops get here, tell them to look for the 6-foot redhead with the cowboy hat on the downstairs window. Well, I need to know you. I'm like, you don't need to know shit. I gave you my name. I'm like, yeah, because you work for the public. You work for me. I'm like, it's your job to give me your name. Oh, you're rude. The cops will be there when they get there. Like, and she hung up on me.
Yeah. So it's the second time the guy like actually hit you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he gave me a good hit.
He hit you and then he like fell over or whatever. Like you ended
No,
on the
yeah,
hood.
I collapsed a little bit. I was gonna just lay on the hood and hold on to the hood of his car and play it out, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. You might go
So,
for a few hour
well,
drive. Eh?
I've done it. I've done it. I've gone for a couple rides down the neighborhood on the front of somebody's car around here. So,
Yeah.
son of a bitch! I took my
I
glass.
guess technically that was a hit and run. Yeah.
So then the
Technically.
cops show up and we're doing the cop thing. The cop talk, and he's like, hey, "Listen." I walk out. Like I lit a smoke, and they're like, "Oh, finish your smoke before we talk." I'm like, "Guys, we've been here for a while. Let's just talk and then the smoke." Oh well, we don't really like cigarette. You know what? You guys don't smoke. I get respect that. I'm not an outsider. Put it out. Let's get this over and done with. I walk up to him. I'm like, "What's your name?" J Park or S Park, and the other guy, something I can't remember, but I've seen them both before. One of them was one of the cops that was there when I did that welfare check on Amy on my Big Red Ogre channel. One of my videos that I have where I went checked on Amy. One of the cops was him. So I walk up and I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" They're like, "Oh, we're recording you," and just so you know, I'm like, "I don't give a shit. My cameras aren't gonna lie." So this is what I'm like. It says, did they say anything to you? I asked. Oh no, they didn't tell us anything at dispatch because I didn't tell them anything. I didn't want to have to tell the story. So this is what happened. I invited the guy over to have a conversation, or invited the guy over. When I came down, talking to coach, and he wanted to leave. As he went to leave, he got in his car, so I was taking a picture of his license plate, and he went forward in his car and hit me. And after he hit me the first time, I did the whole explanation, same thing that they said. Oh well, were you blocking him? And the guy standing in front of his car taking video of his face. Well, were you blocking him? That's up for determination. Well, if you were impeding a traveler blocking him, I'm like, what? If I was blocking him, he had the right to assault me with a vehicle, just run into me? Well, what should we have done? I'm like, don't you think you should have just sat in his car and called the cops? If he was that afraid or worried or he couldn't go anywhere, call the cops and say, hey, somebody's sitting in front of my car, I can't leave, can you help me? And they looked at me, and I'm like, so what you're saying to me right now is if some guy's blocking my path, and so I don't have to walk around them, I can just knock him out and go through? Well, I'm like, well, seriously. So you're telling me it's okay because I was blocking the start for him to assault me with a vehicle? They had nothing to say. I'm like, so let's get to the point. This is what happened. This is the information I got. I'm going to send you the videos, this and that. I said, now,
Just tell him if there's a big fat brick in the road, he'd just run over that too.
yeah, so it was just one of those things. I told them on it. They understood where I was coming from. I wasn't going to play games with them. So he asked me, he's like, oh, I need to get your name. Make sure I know who I'm talking to. I'm like, I didn't give you my name. I'm like, I'll give you your contact information. I'll give you my email address. Oh, okay. And a couple minutes later, he's like, so can I get your ID? I just want to make sure I'm talking to the right Timothy. And I looked at him. He actually, he made me pause. He made me stop for a second. I was like, I'm like, how'd you know that? I didn't tell you my name. And he kind of like, well, we are police officers. I'm like, oh, you guys finally did your job. All right. You know who I am. I'm like, you probably knew who I was before you got here. So that's besides the thing. You know my record. I've been in trouble and I've helped blah, blah, blah with you guys before. So this is what's going on. So I explained to them why he was here. So they're like, well, why he was here? Now that we've sorted out that, yes, I will have him charged. If they want to charge him, I'll charge him. I'll go to court and do all that stuff and do what I have to do. And so they said, okay, so now that that's settled, you guys are going to take care of that, right? Yep, okay. So this is why he was here. I run an organization, and I explained to them why. And I showed them the chat logs, even read it to them. They're like, you got to be joking. I'm like, no, seriously. I was reading through them, like, the responses. They're like, no way. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, so this is what I do. And I'm like, this is the first time I've had to call the cops at this time. I told them about the guy I caught the night before, how he was just a young kid. I wanted to give him a chance, instead of ruining his life and calling the cops. I got him call his mom. He kept me accountable. His mom's ready to kick his ass. Blah, blah, blah. I said, it's about getting people help. kid. He was a 23-year-old kid. I don't think he went to ruin his life. I don't think it was, something he does every day. Like some of these guys that I've come across. I'm like, I'm not violent with him this month. So we had a good conversation with him, talked to him for a bit, and then they finally left. Oh, I said, and as they were leaving, I'm like, oh, before you guys go, I gotta go take a video of you guys' car. Because it looked at me, so I took my phone off and I went over and got the car number, walked around, and they were leaving. And I was just about to shut the cameras off, and then some lady who was yelling at me from the balcony earlier that morning, just get out of his way and let him go. So I yelled up, you see that stuff with a 15-year-old kid calling the cops, he just assaulted me with his car. So she goes over to the cops and starts bitching. Oh yeah, he's always yelling at people in here, and and he was standing in front of the car. And I could hear it. It's not on the video, and I could hear it. And as she walked away, her husband's looking at me, right? And I'm standing right beside their vehicle smoking a cigarette. And I didn't realize their daughter was in the car. And I looked over and I saw there's your daughter. I walked away and I'm like, well, your wife really's got the wrong idea here. I'm like, she's going to tell the cops that I wouldn't get out of the guy's way, stand in front of his car. I said, but when you guys saw him assault me with his car and hit me, I told you to share that stuff with a 15-year-old kid. As soon as I said that, the guy just put his head down, shut the door, and just kind of walked away like, oh, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Did
it's
you
like,
tell the lady what you were doing?
well, she heard me giving it to her husband, and when she walked away, I'm like, you're welcome. I'm glad I can help keep your neighborhood safe on a daily basis. But she just got in the vehicle and left.
That might be what it has to take, a bunch of people to come out and start patrolling their neighborhoods.
Dude, you remember back in the day when there used to be like self-community policing? It's not like you beat the shit out of people, but people cared about the community. They walked around. If they saw something going on, they would say something. And it's not like today's day and age with Karen. It's like you see a kid spray painting something, you go up and smack the kid. Yeah, fucking come with me. I'm taking you to your mom right now. Or taking you to dad. You know what I mean? That type of community policing and shit. Like I don't mean like shooting and
it's easier to police small communities, but large ones it becomes impossible.
Well, the way I look at it, when I say that and I say community, I don't mean my entire community. I mean the little street that I live on. From the end of my street where I've been hit by people running the stop signs and my daughter gets on the bus to the park down at the end of the street. You know what I mean? I'm talking, I look after this. I try and make sure anybody doing something stupid in this little area. You know what I mean? It's not tolerated. I'm not going up and down my community. No. I look after my little part. But if everybody looks after their own tiny little part,
we're in like some building complexes or something, right?
Yeah. Even when I lived in a house, dude, the people in my neighborhoods and stuff like that, they loved me because they knew that 3 o'clock in the morning, I'd be walking around the neighborhood sometimes and they didn't have to worry about things going bad because if they did, they'd hear me screaming or they'd hear somebody getting their shit kicked out of them, right?
Yeah.
So, man, I've had neighbors come out and they're like, so I heard a guy screaming last night. I'm like, yeah, he was going through your backyard, so I broke his fingers and he was coming over the fence. All right, have a good day. Shit like that. So, I smashed the guy's fucking hands with a fucking hammer once. I was sitting in the backyard smoking the day, just relaxing. I rented a room out of this house. And I heard some noise and the dog that never barks came out of bark and I went outside. And I saw these two hands come over the fence. And I just reached down and there happened to be a hammer. So I grabbed the hammer and I walked over and I went, wham, wham, as fast as I could on both hands.
Shit,
dude. The guy screeched like a fucking girl. So he took off running. And I went off around the corner. I saw him running down the street trying to hold his hands with his fingers all smashed up. He couldn't hold his hands. He was just screaming.
Fucking shit, eh? Getting run down by cars.
Dude, it's not the first time I've been hit like that. Yeah. That's probably the most gentle time I've ever been hit. I've been hit by a bus. I've hit a bus. I walked into a moving bus.
Something like that up here in town, but the guy carjacked the chick, threw her out of the car, and he jumped in front, but she ran over. Like the car ran over her.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, they ran. Yeah, fuck, that was nuts. Fucked her right up. She lived though, but it fucked her right up.
That's crazy. It really is.
All kinds of shit goes down up here at times. You wouldn't believe it. You don't get to hear it in the news too much.
Well, you probably don't hear like we've had some crazy shit happen, like because we don't have as many guns and stuff. But the gun violence when it happens, it does get a little more to the news. Like I can't remember how long it's been. Maybe it's been 10+ years now. But there was a lady that was coming out of a nail salon. She was just single mom, working her ass off, working at the nail salon, just put money into her own, like opening up her own business that she was. And there was a gang shooting drive-by thing, and she got hit with a stray and it paralyzed her. And that was all over the news for the longest time. And then I think the last big gun violence thing we had, or big violence, was that fucking what do they call them? Those fucking guys that can't get laid, so they call them taking it on the chicks.
So we got this here. We got this guy in town that owns some gym downtown, and there's some hit on him. So random people keep trying to take him out, and of course people get hurt. Right? It's like 3 times this guy's been shot at now.
Amateurs.
Yeah, I guess it's they offer some money, and it's just whatever people. I'll try it. The last guy that tried, I guess he got busted. He just used his own car and everything. He got caught on camera. And stupid, right? Shot at him from in his car with a pistol, I guess. He rolled down his passenger window and then took out his arm and shot at the guy. I think he got hit once, but it hit people too, like bystanders, right? As he's coming out of the gym or something. It's like the third attempt now. The third attempt on his.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, yeah, it was just the third attempt on this guy's life now. Random, like, people trying to take him out. And then a few years back before that, it was, I don't know, some gangs or something at the hotel, and they were shooting at each other. And then a couple of the brothers died or something like that.
I've never understood the idea of a drive-by. I'm more of a I big. I don't know how to the word for it or some. I believe drive-bys and all that shit is so cowardice. Like you're gonna shoot someone, and you walk straight up to you pull that gun, you put it in the fucking face, you pull the trigger. That's the way I look at it. You know, I have a rule: if I pull a gun, I pull the trigger. So
there's no rules anymore to that kind of shit. So
no, I get it. It's just that whole idea of a drive-by that just blows my mind. Like, you know what I mean? I have no problem saying, hey, if I got to shoot something, I'll shoot them, but I ain't gonna drive by in a car. I'm gonna fucking.
Oh, lost you. I can't hear a word he's saying.
Lost the echo too.
There you go. Yeah, it's kind of rough when you start talking really quick.
Yeah.
Crashed and burned.
Uh,
I don't know. My new computer's still doing pretty good. I'm liking it. My new laptop. I just need to get another hard drive into it or something, or an SSD into it.
yeah.
Well, there's space for one, so I should put one in. But I got 2 externals at a teragig each, so it's plenty of room for now.
Yeah, I got one 500 external and 1,000 external terabyte.
Yeah.
And it's 500 internal too.
Yeah, I got 500 internal on mine. On the, I don't know what they call it, an SCD or SCC or something like that. And then I got an old school disk drive one, whatever the HDD terabyte, and then I got an SDD card or whatever, SSD, solid state drive. Teragig. Yeah. It's just a little teeny thing too. I stuck it onto the back of my computer with the Velcro piece. little baby thing.
Yeah. Well, that's
Fucking expensive. It was on sale, and I still paid $275 or something like that for it.
holy fuck.
Yeah, an SSD, solid state drive, so it's a chip, not a disk.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
And then I don't know. I was looking at some cheap 2 TB SSDs for slide into my computer. Hopefully, just as cheap one, Seagate or something like that, the Barracuda brand. But Seagate just makes them or whatever. They're just called Barracudas or something.
Yeah.
They got a high read and write speeds on them compared to, like, say, Sony, for instance, or Samsung. Sorry, Samsung's got like equivalent, a little bit more expensive, but the read and write's slower for some reason.
I'm running an HP workstation. It's bigger and better than
Well, that's what my laptop is, an HP, but it's a gaming laptop.
yeah, it's probably better than my fucking computer.
Oh yeah, it's got an i5 processor in it. It's an Intel i5, so it's like a basically twice the power of my old computer, right?
The only thing I need to check for mine is fucking the video card. Everything else is more than adequate, Mike says, to run games.
Yeah, that's what's installed in this is they installed a graphics card, an extra graphics card in this, a dedicated graphics card, I guess they call it.
Ooh.
That's what makes it a gaming one. And like I said, it has 16 gigs of RAM in it when I got it. I think that's the max I can put into it, though. I'm not sure. I have to look it up again.
I think I can get 48 gigs.
And then it's got a Type-C port into it, like a USB, but it's a Type-C USB. That's the newest, latest thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, for higher data transfer, and you don't have to worry about which way you plug it in. It can be upside down or whichever way up.
Well, holy shit.
Yeah, instead of the old USB little duck bill faces or duck face or whatever they wanted to call them. The duck mouth.
Yeah. The beak.
Yeah. And that way, the new Type-C's got 2 extra data lines, so instead of 4 lines, it's got 6. That speeds up data transfer to and from. A little bit, I guess. But I had to do my homework on which one to get. And I decided on an HP because my other one lasted so long. It's still going. Mind you, it's a little slow and laggy at times, but it's still running. It's so old, like the power button fucking broke or whatever, and it popped up. Little plastic tab broke off it or something. It would pop up, so I put a piece of tape over it. And then one of the keys keeps popping off every once in a while. It just clips back on, but it's still a little loose. It pops off once in a while. I can't remember. It hasn't done it in a while. Can't remember which one it was on there. But my new one, I wanted to for sure get a light up keypad. This one all lights up green because I'm in the dark lot, so I wanted a light up keypad to be easier to see in the dark.
Yeah.
Well, you came back.
Yeah, I'm back.
There you go.
So I was just waiting. I didn't want to interrupt. I'm back for that. I tried my best.
Yeah, you cut out there for a bit at the end. I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah, no, because Trouble called. She's at grandma's.
Oh, there you go.
It's funny. I dropped her off at the ex-roommate's on Thursday, and she was supposed to be with her all weekend. And then I got a call yesterday saying, "Oh, I'm at grandma's. Let me drop me off." And she left me here, and I'm going to be here until Tuesday. Like, all right, then. But she's having a blast. Grandma's taking her to the beach, she's taking her to shopping, and all sorts of stuff. She called her, telling me she's having a good time. It's all that matters, honestly.
I don't know. We're just discussing our computers that we got. I don't know. It was because of the Trudeau bucks. That's why I was able to afford it. And then all together with all the accessories and shit, I would say it's about $1,500. Like 2 external hard drive, mouse, basically it.
Nice. I'm a tech idiot. Dirty and Canadian rights. Sorry, helped to design me a computer. It was going to
Yeah,
cost me
help
about
you do a custom
$1,500.
build. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that.
and I was going to do it, and then some guy dropped a computer off at the door. So I'm like, I don't need to spend the money on that right now. So what he gave me was good enough to get me doing what I have to do until I have money to invest in it again. So
Yeah, if it works, I guess.
I took that money and I put it into something else instead.
Yeah.
But it's
No,
not bad. It's got 12 gigs of hold on 1 second.
yeah, mine was just
It's
my
got
old.
an AMD 9470 processor and graphics card in it. It's got
Yeah,
12 gigs of RAM and DDR4 two sticks of DDR4 RAM, whatever that is, and shit for something else. So
yeah,
1 terabyte HDD drive.
yeah. Hard
So
disk drive.
yeah, I heard this. So
Yeah,
you
that's
got
that's the old school tech, but those are a lot
yeah.
cheaper now for teragig. I got my teragig for $50. HDD
Wow.
hard disk drive.
It's doing me good right now. It's working it for what I need. So
Oh yeah,
my issue is I sit in front of the computer and trying to do the editing, trying to do all that.
I
After
think
I start making a couple mistakes, my brain.
I was saying a teragig will probably hold you 900 hours worth of videos for in a teragig.
I only got a terabyte.
Yeah, well, terabyte. Yeah, that's what he meant. I bet you that's what he meant. Terabyte. Yeah, about 900 hours worth of videos on a terabyte.
That's not bad. Fuck, I'd love to get 900 hours worth of video. I think my longest video now will be one of my catching videos. The one I did 2 nights ago,
Just
around
to give you an
6:30.
idea how much space you got there. So that's lots, right?
If the internet goes down, probably the electricity will go down too. So you won't be able to play your videos anyways, no matter what it's saved on.
Well, unless I pull out a generator or some battery pack and then run my computer, then I can play anything that's on my computer.
True.
On my videos and stuff. I don't really have any pirated movies anymore. I just stream them.
Well, I got a few saved from 20 years ago. They're pretty fucking. They're rough.
I'll just have to look at my. Whoa, shit.
You heard that?
That was crazy. Sound like fucking some fucking table saw or something.
No, it's a car that I buy. I get it all the time. You get some of these guys with the M4 Beamers and the Mercedes two-door Super.
Yeah.
They come through here and then they just drop it. They let go of the gas and you see the flames that's packed, and then they gun it.
Yeah, gotta let all the neighbors know when they're coming and going.
Well, it's on the highway because I know if you start the highway, right?
Oh yeah.
And then my buddy complained.
I know where you're reading from.
I tried to explain the concept to my buddy. He's like, I don't understand why every time a bike comes by here, they have to rev their engine so loud. It's like they don't like our road. I'm like, dude, it's not that they're revving their bike when they come by here. It's already at that pitch shit that they go by catch it, maybe it goes away. I'm like, everybody hears the same thing. I'm like, they're not just rubbing it up because they don't like you.
They're just getting up
He
and
doesn't,
going.
he doesn't understand the concept that it's just going to be loud when the bike goes by.
Yeah. And then your computer's a desktop, I'm imagining.
Yeah, it is. It's a little a Lenovo thing. Like I said, it's an A9 9470 or 9740.
Yeah, it's an ATM, you said.
Yeah,
Processor.
AMD
AMD
processor.
processor, yeah.
There's a graphics, a built-in graphic, AMD graphic, Radeon, Radeon R something graphics in it.
I got
Then
an Intel in mine, but I got kind of lucky. The ADM that they made this year compared to the Intel, a little bit better performance. Just a little bit.
so what I was the way somebody because I don't understand the way somebody
I could have,
explained it to me was Intel is you're doing say tasking somebody to do something. Intel is somebody with a one-track mind, so it's going to do one, then the next one as it processes it through. Whereas an AMD is somebody that can multitask. So as it processes, it can pull from multiple places. So it's a little bit. It,
the,
that's
the
the way
Intel
somebody
ADM and
explained it.
Intel have been they're in competition basically each other. ADM is catching up, and getting really good at it, but Intel's got a little bit more experience, I guess, because they, like I said, they made their two processors, EDM and the new i5 Intel. They're pretty much the same, the new two chips, right? But when they did their little tests on it, they showed that Intel just a little bit better, like just smudged. But I could have went either way in this laptop. Like they sell them in. Oh,
Oh, laptop.
there you go. Yeah, I could have went either way because I can't remove it. It's soldered to the board. The processor chip in this. But I could have went ADM or I could have went Intel, and I just happened to go Intel because that's what they had. And it turned out when I went and checked all how they measured up against each other, that Intel just performed a little bit better. And I just think because Intel's had the longer term experience, right? Made that.
Actually, you know what? About 2 weeks ago, I found a fucking tower out in the garbage, and I brought it home and I opened it up. It doesn't have any hard drives in it, but it's got two what I think I get read from it. DDR3, two DDR6 of RAM.
Yeah.
I don't know how many cores it. I forgot to check, but it's got an i5 processor, an Intel i5. I just don't know what model after that. It's all covered in dust. I got to vacuum it clean and clean it all up and shit like that. But it all, if there's no hard drives, but it's a bigger tower than the one that I got given. So when my buddy's gonna take a look at it, he's got a one, was it terabyte, I guess. He's got a 1 terabyte SSD card that he's gonna come down. He's gonna format Windows under it. He's gonna bring it down. After I clean it up, he's gonna hook it up, and we're gonna turn it on and see what that processor is. If it's a good one, and if it is, I'm gonna see about maybe see what parts I can take from the Lenovo, like the DDR4 RAM and all that, with the HHD drive and SSD, and see if I can build it bigger, better than the bigger tower.
Yeah, SSDs, the new tech.
Yeah, it's a solid state drive. I understand what it is. I get the whole concept behind it.
It's a chip instead of a disk, basically. That's all the difference.
And I remember playing video games. Like, I'm such a tech idiot. The reason why I didn't get into computers is because I remember trying to play those stupid old school games on the fucking floppy disk. Well, actually, even before that, but I think it was the old Mac, the old Apples where you had the cassette tape. You put it in, you have to put all the coding in. You play for fucking 5 minutes. Oh shit, that tape's gonna come in. You gotta turn it over. No, man, that was not for me. I thought computers were supposed to be fun and easy. And then the floppy disk came in. And a buddy of mine had a Commodore 64. And that was the most I ever got into computers because he had Caveman Olympics. And with me, his brother, and him, we'd all sit around and we'd have sleepovers. And we'd play Caveman Olympics all fucking weekend long. You'd grab your fucking caveman wife by her hair and you'd spin her around as fast as you could and you'd throw her. And whoever could throw her the furthest one, it was like instead of fucking a javelin throw, you had the javelin throw, but instead of the hammer throw, you had the wife toss and just shit like that. It was Caveman Olympics. One of the greatest games I could ever remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I played like tons of games over the years.
That, and I remember the first original Leisure Suit Larry on Commodore 64 with the floppy disk.
So when
The
did I
first
get
R-
my first?
The first R-rated game I can ever think of.
I think I got my first computer in 2000. My first laptop. And I bought that one used. And it didn't last that long. I think it was like 5 or 7 years or something. And it bit it. Then I bought the next one, HP one, that I still using now. And it's like, what, 12 years old? And then I just got this one, so we'll see how it works. But so far, like I said, this one I like it. It's really quick.
Look, can I
It
ask
does
you a question?
everything I want it to do. Yeah, you can ask
Why
me.
laptop over PC?
The portability.
Okay.
That's why I picked it, because I like to grab it, go to a friend's house, and play some games right beside him, right? Online
Okay.
game. And I can sit right beside him. I don't
Well, if
need
you're
a head.
sitting right beside him, playing why don't you just play the Xbox right there beside the guy?
What?
No, I was just making a joke. It's like two guys sitting on a laptop playing online when you guys could be playing the Xbox like the old school way.
Oh yeah, well, he's got the Xbox, but I can't afford it all, so I have to pick one thing that does everything for me. So I picked a computer, right?
Now, does your computer have enough to it to play? Do you play any games at all? Like, what kind of
Yeah,
games are you
right
into?
now I'm playing Guild Wars 2, and
Okay, so
then
that's
this
RPG, right?
laptop, most of the settings are on high, if not to top extreme or whatever, high and extreme.
Hold on.
So I get all the groovy, good graphics, and hardly any lag time. But the screen on here is only 60 hertz, so but it's all right. It's not too choppy or anything when you're running and looking around.
Well, then I was going to suggest trying the game Escape from Tarkov. The game
What?
Escape from Tarkov. It is the best first-person shooter game you'll ever play. It's so realistic, dude. It is. It's phenomenal. It's one of the best
I
games I've ever.
remember back in the day on the Xboxes, I used to play the Halo, and then what is they're called Ghost Recon
Call of
online.
Duty and shit like that. No, man, this
Yeah,
this
it
makes
was all
those look like
online.
this makes those games look like Nintendo first generation games. Honest to
Oh
God.
yeah,
The
I
Escape from Tarkov, the guy who invented it, he's ex-Russian military, and he's got a firing range. He set up all these cameras to fire all the guns that are used with all the different rounds that you can make, and he fired them so he can get actual ballistic trajectories and everything, so they can be put into the game. Oh yeah, it's phenomenal the amount of work this
I
guy
don't know. I
put in.
like the MMOs. That's what I like. Like I said, I did a lot of first person shooter, but like I said, it kind of evolved into MMOs, and I like the free ones. I don't want to pay a subscription every month.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Paying for a subscription for games. No. What happened to the time when you can just go buy the game, download it, boom, and you can play it? Now you can only play it for so long. You got to upgrade. You got to do this. You got to do that. What discourages me from games and all that stuff nowadays?
Yeah, well, everybody's chasing the dollar.
Yeah. They don't sell you a game anymore. They only sell you part of a game.
Yeah, they sell you the program to play the game that they get to keep forever.
Yeah.
Before they'd sell you a physical copy, but they didn't like that because too many people were jailbreaking them or whatever they did and copy, illegal copies. And they didn't like the idea of you bringing a disc to a friend's house or lending a friend a disc, right? They didn't like that. So They want everybody to pay
Not
for a
really.
virtual copy. Download it onto your hard drive and then pay for it, right?
Not realizing if they hadn't made all those copies, even a quarter of the price of what they charge, they would have sold even more instead of people copying for free and people would just go buy it. Because by the time
Yeah,
we
but
had to
the way
go,
it is now, you have to download the content,
yeah,
and they don't have to make a disc at all. It saves them all the money. See how that works?
no, I get it, but I'm just saying, even back in the day, if they hadn't just made the discs themselves at a decent enough price where people are like, okay, we're all going to save, one guy buys it, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you got to think too. That's all new stuff, right? So it's not cheap at first. You need those people to pay those big prices at first to bring the price down, right? Same with like flat screen TVs. Remember how expensive they used to be? Now I'm paying $50, right?
That's true. That is true.
Used to pay $1,000 for now I'm paying $50 because they're just everywhere now, right? And they just keep getting thinner, and now we're into the OLED or whatever, a whole new generation of screens that are better for our eyes to stare at because it's the blue or whatever that's in the screens or something that's burning our eyeballs out.
Well, how about this? Go outside and have fun. Be nature.
Go outside? What the
Yeah.
fuck? Why would I want to go
What's that
outside?
phrase? What's that phrase Tom McDonald says in his new song, Dummies? Go outside, get fresh air, commit a crime, go meet your family. They might be actually nice people.
Why would I want to go outside? There's people outside.
Yeah.
So you see my garden?
I saw that. I don't know if you put any videos up in the last couple of days, but I saw that last one you did of the bud
Yeah.
check. Because I made a comment like everybody needs little buddies.
Oh
like
yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I remember you made a comment. I just bug everybody. Go watch my video.
that. Man, if I could figure out how to properly do the share and make those, you know how you see someone say, "Oh, go see my friend's channel, watch this," then I would be doing that all day long. I would be setting those things up for everybody's channel all day long, just cooking it. And then fish, hunt, hunt, hunt. I'm so pissed off, man. I lost 4 guys. That's another part of what happened. So I got hit yesterday, dealt with the damn cops.
Yeah, you lost your account.
I lost my fucking account, and I'm trying to reset my phone, and now I'm locked out.
Yeah, well,
I almost threw my phone onto the fucking highway. I'm like, yo, no. I'm like, my buddy Daniel, the security guard guy, he can do this for me. He can do this. So I think he might be working today. He might not be. I don't even know what time it is. It's fucking close now. Maybe, tomorrow's a
you
holiday.
should.
I'll give him a message and ask him. He's pretty good at what he does. He's
Well, it'll be
a
cool.
tech guy.
Be cool if it is an i5. That's the latest and greatest.
Well, I know it says i5 on it, but I don't know which one it is. Like I said.
Well, Intel i5, right?
Yeah, that's what it says. You know what? After I'm done my cigarette, I just finished a joint. And it's
For
after I finish my
laptop
smoke,
standards, it's pretty high processor for laptop standards.
Yeah, well, I think,
Desktop, you could probably get better, I imagine.
well, yeah, because I think they're up to like i7, i9, or
Yeah.
not that.
I don't know. All I know is I got twice the power as I did before, and I'm loving it. It's way nicer.
It helps.
There's no lag. Everything's quick and crispy. Like I said, it does everything I want it to do.
How long is the battery last?
Oh, any 4 to 6 hours. So if I'm
Awesome.
heavy gaming, I'd say 4 hours, but just using it like this and being online probably lasts for 6.
No, I wasn't thinking gaming. I was thinking doing live, like if I were to get a pretty decent laptop to do a live, when I go do
Oh
live
yeah,
or
if
whatever.
you're just browsing the web like this or whatever, it doesn't. It probably last you about 6 hours. I'm just hoping I can pull the battery out and it'll still work. I can plug it in and it'll still work.
It should, shouldn't it? When you take the
Yeah,
battery
well,
out, then you plug
the
it back.
older ones, the battery just clipped out the back. This one's like an operation. I have to open it up.
Oh,
I
that's
have to,
it.
yeah, I have to open this one up to get at the battery. It's a flat pack. I seen how it's done, how it clips out and everything, but I just don't know if it'll run without it in it.
Okay.
Because I know eventually one day in the future I'm gonna have to pull it. It's gonna be fucked. Just like all the rest of them. They just get old and they stop charging. So for safety reasons I'd want to remove it. But if I can keep it plugged in, my computer plugged in, it would still work without the battery in it. That's perfectly fine.
Well, then that way too, because it's not going to damage the batteries when you're using it when it's plugged in, right? Doesn't damage anything.
Well, it shouldn't or whatever, but it's just time, right? There's so much time it could be charged and discharged, and
that's what I'm saying. And there's a lot of things nowadays that are electronic that are rechargeable batteries. If you're using it while it's plugged in, instead of running right off the plug, it
so
runs it through the battery, right? So
it's
like
like
takes
10.
from the
Like I
battery
said,
and
we're
charges.
talking like 10 years down the road, it won't hold the charge or anything anymore, right? But it could be swelling up and stuff and getting dangerous. So I'd want to remove it and just plug it in, right? Just leave it plugged, my computer plugged in. Like my other laptop, it hasn't shut off in probably fucking 8 years. I just put it to sleep at night and I never really turn it off. And the only time it does shut off is when the power goes out. Because there's no battery pack in it, so it just shuts off as soon as the power goes out. But it's like I said, it's been on basically for years and years and years. Just put it to sleep at night.
I was always told not to put my PC in the sleep, just to shut it down. And then I've had people say turning it off and on, off and on, off and on, it's not good for the power. And for the
Yeah,
power up, power down, power up,
it's
power
the
down.
cooling down and warming up part that the parts don't like. The solders, the solder joints, the components themselves, chips and stuff, capacitors and little resistors and all that. They don't like the hot and cold, hot and cold. They like, crack, right? Over
Yeah,
time.
so just
A
leave
little
it
crack.
running.
So if it's just steady temperature all the time and it likes that better, right? Electronics.
Thank you. Not everybody, like I've gotten both people saying, oh, do it like this, do it like that, but nobody's explained why. And it makes sense because I understand. I'm soldering and all that.
I think the only time
somebody says something to me sometimes, it's clicked and I'm like, all right, that makes sense. The hot, cold, hot, cold.
I think the only time I actually shut off my computer is when it gets frozen or something. There's nothing else I can do. All right. That's the only time I actually hit the power button to shut it off to it reboots when my computer freezes. I haven't froze on my new one yet, but my old one computer will freeze once in a while. But I do more sketchy things over on that laptop than I do here. So.
Oh, like the dark web shit.
No, not necessarily that, but
animal porn. I get it.
No, not like that. Just doing things, looking for free software and stuff.
I got you.
I used to use the BitTorrent thing or whatever.
Yep.
I used to.
I got a buddy of mine that's like that. He's got his PC for everything he does regular. But when he wants to look up anything that has to do with, his beliefs and the conspiracies and all that.
For instance, I have a ham radio that I can plug to the computer and pre-program it I want. And so I went online and I found a free software for myself that's the factory software. So I can go into it and open it right up to any frequency I want.
Now I got a question for you. Are you
not really a good idea to transmit on any frequency, but I can listen to everything now. I can listen to 0 to 14 or whatever, or 19 is the CBs. and then I can go way up into like I don't know the 99990 or 90,000 or whatever,
Yeah, I, know what
99.
you're, I understand what you're talking about. My dad used to have a CD
Because
radio and a big
the
giant fucking.
military band's like 6,000. I can open my radio right up because I got the factory. I can get into the BIOS of it, I guess, using the factory software, right?
Oh yeah, I understand a bit of that.
I'm basically hacking my radio, right?
Yeah.
The only
No,
way it was allowed to come in, it's got to be set on certain frequencies, right? That's how it comes in.
I understand the whole idea of radio waves and all that a lot better than I do computers and stuff. I do get that. I worked with a guy in a security booth. Him and I sat in this booth for trucks. We come in with this market truck. And this is my question for you. You said you have a ham radio. Are you a licensed ham radio operator?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm
So I was
supposed
going to ask you.
for me to transmit, I can listen all I want, but for me to transmit on certain bands, I have to go down and register and all that crap.
No, that's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking because this guy I was in the security booth with for fucking like a year and a half. He was a licensed ham radio operator. He'd bring all this gear into the booth, and we'd listen to this shit from all over the world. It was fun. But this guy would teach classes at the college and stuff. He was one of these guys that hung out in his basement, came to work. That's it. And he designed his own antennas and stuff like that with wraps, and he would actually measure out and only wrap certain.
Yeah, they got a ham radio club here in Kelowna. I learned how to use all the repeaters. Like there's repeater towers. I learned how to use all those.
I actually still remember his handle to this day because I hear him say it 1,000 times a night. And he said to always remember because if there's ever an emergency, the only people that's ever going to be able to communicate are ham radio.
Oh yeah, like I said, I don't transmit on anything really. I mostly just listen. Like I was able to listen to the International Space Station when I went above me.
That's good.
Yeah, so I was picking up all these different frequencies where all these people talk and shit. Listen to them all, right? And then me being able to hack my radio open, I was able to even hear the truckers, right, on their CBs.
Have you been able to pick up the moon mouthpiece from the other side of the moon yet?
No.
All right. Let me know when you do.
Let me know when I do, eh? Oh, Hippie Auditor says, hi, Myron. There's up, Myron.
I can't see the chat. Maybe I should put my other phone on.
I don't know what I'm having for supper.
Fuck, I haven't eaten since I had a bowl of Cheerios yesterday.
I had a pizza bun swirl for breakfast. Pizza swirl bun, or whatever you want to call it. That's my breakfast.
The pizza bun. Yeah, sure. What's up, Hippie? Who else is out there that I haven't seen? Oh, it's just us? Oh, chilling. I didn't see you.
Monday.
Oh, that's...
What do you mean, Sunday? What's going on here? Am I out today? What happened?
What day is it today?
Sunday.
That's what I thought.
I hope you have a great Monday. Well, yeah, I guess I might have a great tomorrow.
Who said that? I'm confused.
Hippie Auditor, and he says pizza. Then he says not much.
Monday's a holiday up here.
Oh, that's right. Maybe he's just telling us to have a great holiday tonight.
He's chilling on the couch, smoking weed, I'm guessing.
I don't like smoking inside. Like in the garage or something like that. I used to smoke inside, but it bothers me now.
Oh, I gotta go outside. That's the rules. He's like, yeah, duh. Yes, duh. Of course. The Hippie Auditor, did you see my video of my plants? Of course I did, he'll say. Of course.
What strain are you?
What?
What strain? Like, what is it?
Oh, the the littler one or whatever is the White Widow, and the other one's Anastasia. The big giant one is Anastasia. Same with the one beside it. Then there's that littler one that's beside the beans is the White Widow. I'm trying to get seeds from it. I'm gonna go pollinate it a bit more probably tomorrow.
That might work. How do you
Yes,
do it?
he
How
did
do
see
you
it.
pollinate?
I figured. So far, everybody I've asked has seen it. I shouldn't even bother, eh?
I know
This
that
guy,
you never asked
this
me.
dude's right. Oh,
What?
Hey, Yippee. I don't know if you heard me earlier when I said that. I said you never asked me. But yes, I seen them both.
I know you've seen them because you told me you're running all my videos that day.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Oh, I forgot
You
about
remember now. Just
Yeah.
had to remind you. Yeah, no, I remember. I remember.
You know what makes me laugh about Myron's memory is like when we're having a conversation about something and he's got a point to bring up, and if he can't get it out within a couple seconds, he forgets. With the story I told either this morning or yesterday about something, and you asked a question, he gave the whole story, fucking almost word for word and detail for detail, like he was there when I first got onto the panel, just before I came up earlier. When you asked, oh, I heard you got hit, Myron, I heard Myron telling this story. I'm like, it's funny how Myron's in the middle of a conversation, and sometimes he can't remember what the point he wants to make, but he can remember the story I told him yesterday.
Yeah. I just blame it on the weed when it happens to me. That's
short-term memory loss. I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, there you go.
You
forgot.
I've had a shitty memory most of my life.
Yeah.
Oh,
Forgot.
why I'm bored.
To be worried about it.
You want to say hi to Mia? Or me?
I'm gonna give my plant some sugar tomorrow.
Look
I
at
bought
that.
a thing of sugar to give my plant sugar tomorrow.
What kind of sugar?
Just table sugar, white sugar.
Ugh. We're fine. They use chemicals in it, dude. I used to work at Red Path. You should use something a little more natural.
I use molasses,
I was just going to say molasses or
but you got to make sure it doesn't have any preservatives in it. Just
Yeah.
pure
Yeah.
molasses.
that's what we
they're
used
all
in our
even.
last batch. We used it was an organic molasses in our last
Just
batch.
giving them a cupful each, and that's all they get. I think I'm gonna do my tomatoes too. Molasses, yeah. No, I like for some reason the white table sugar gives it a nice flavor, and I kind of like it. So
Should try Budkin. It's a natural additive you put in the water. It's like the sugar additive, and it is.
yeah, maybe next year.
No,
This
it's
year,
just disgusting. Okay.
like I said, growing for fun, and
I would say
Well-
some seeds, but they seem to grow pretty high.
well, the White Widow is a shorter one, the one that's beside the beans. That's the White Widow, and the other ones are Anastasia.
But it's about 3.5, 4 feet high, that White Widow, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, somewhere, yeah, about 3.5 feet, yeah, somewhere in there. I'd have to actually go measure it to know for sure, but
Yeah.
the fucking Anastasia one that's in the middle now, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge,
I
but they're
can't
all
remember
budding.
what we're
They're
doing
all
right
they're
now.
all going into bud now. So, and then the White Widow's already been in bud for at least 2 weeks or more. Now but the Anastasias are all budding now. So, but I want to go out and pollinate the White Widow with some of the pollen.
How long before it freezes?
Oh, first frost is probably mid-October.
Oh.
Somewhere in there. It depends. We might get a little early, might get a little late.
I've heard theories that for some weed, it's best to let it have one frost. If you can let it have a light frost. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think one frost it'll kill it off.
Yeah, sure as hell slow it down.
see, Halloween usually there. Yeah, but I'm kind of high up in the mountains here. We kind of get cold, really cold in the winter, and really bitching hot in the summer. And then our in between stages is like thunderstorm season. Don't really get a whole lot of rain, but we get some good thunderstorms once in a while, blowing shit over and knocking out power. At least once a year, power goes out because of a thunderstorm. At least once, if not twice a year. So we get the spring and the fall as the thunderstorms. And then we get, of course, all the fires that go along with that crap. Springtime comes along, gets a little too dry, get some thunderstorms going on.
You're right in Kamloops?
Hey?
You live right in Kamloops?
No, Kelowna.
Kelowna.
South.
Yeah. Down south, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that. My mind just fucked up there.
There.
Just east of you or just west of you? I'm not sure which way. There's a campground. And it's all Volkswagen VW buses. The old bus, VW bus. And
Yeah, you're talking about.
there's about 4 or 5, and each one is rigged up different as a motel room.
It might not be in it there anymore.
It might have got burnt out.
It might not be in there or just shut down. I don't really remember anything around us here that's like that.
It was on TV last year
Oh yeah.
on one of the car shows.
Could be in Beaverdale.
Yeah, I don't know where it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't right close to a town. It was, 20, 30 miles out or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking it could be out in Beaverdale. That would be west of us. Or sorry, east of us, not west. Beaverdale, east of us. Probably that's where it is. That's where they'd set up something silly like that.
Yeah.
Here in Kelowna, they're tearing down all the old places and then putting up fucking condos. That's what they're doing here.
Sure. Making it so the poor can't afford to fucking live anywhere.
Oh yeah, I know. The States it looks like that's the way they're going now. All their landlords want to raise the rent up, credit checks, all that kind of shit.
Yeah. Wow. Today, the fucking police were after the people who are giving the homeless free food.
Yeah, I've seen that down in the States too.
That was in Denver today.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I seen that lots down in the States. People giving out food and then they getting busted for it.
Yeah. Well, that's what got Otto the Watchdog started.
Yeah.
Do you know him?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, he had a fucking 40-foot van, truck van full of potatoes. And he was giving them away, and the cops, one cop and somebody from the town went and gave him a ticket for some fucking, cheap old shit old thing. And he held up a sign saying this system isn't going to fuck itself. And then they went took his kids away from him for 2 years.
Yeah, that's right. He was camping with his kids and they came up and...
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that now, yeah. I remember watching that one.
Yeah.
I don't know how did that ever get resolved? Got his kids back or what the fuck?
I don't know either.
I can't remember.
He's not on as much as he used to be, so, I'm kind of missing it.
So what?
He's probably laying low until he does get his kids back.
Is Hippie still out there?
Hippie, are you still out there?
He's got like a wall of text. Hippie otter. And then Borg, I don't know if he's still there. The big red. He's probably talking on his phone.
No, I'm here. I'm here. I left the phone out on the balcony while I was coming in to feed the cat and the dog.
How
Dog's
is the
doing like
kitty?
90 miles an hour, and the dog's
How is
doing
the
90 miles an hour in circles. It's hilarious.
how is the fat cat?
Dexter, he's doing awesome. He's doing all right.
Dexter.
It's funny because he doesn't really care about the dog that's come over that I'm watching right now. They've met each other in the hallway a bunch of times. Cheddar won't come out in the hallway and say hi to him. But Dexter and him, because Dexter goes out and lies in the hallway because the little girl that across the hall that owns the dog loves Dexter. She pets him and she's like, cat, cat. And she pets him and then lies down on him like a big pillow. And he just starts purring and she gets this big smile, right? And then her dog, this little dog here, Mew, comes out, sniffs Dexter. Dexter just looks at him and is like, I can eat you. And they've got along pretty good. But Cheddar's already attacked it twice and cornered it in the bathroom and shit. You know,
Teaching him who's boss.
yeah, Cheddar's a very jealous cat. If I give too much attention to Dexter, Cheddar gets jealous. If I give too much attention to my own kid, he gets jealous. Like, it's crazy. He's always been my cat since we've had him as a kitten. He's always been mine. He used to just go everywhere on my shoulders. Him and Dexter used to sit on my shoulders. I cooked dinner. They would just hang out on my shoulders as a kid. We just do what we had to do, and they'd go around. I used to take him for walks. The ex-roommate got tired. I got tired of listening to it bitch about it. You don't walk a cat. Nah, people look at us. I don't care. These are cool cats. So it didn't bother me, but you know, he's always been my cat, and he's very jealous because I brought the dog in, and of course the dog's gonna be a little nervous, so I was giving it attention, and it's just small things. So I had it in my lap, and he's looking at me like, yeah, he's mad. I can see the look in his eyes on how mad he is. And then I wasn't paying attention, and all of a sudden I hear and the dog, and I look down, and he's got the poor dog pinned underneath the end table. And he can't reach her because how far back she went. And he's like, and I'm like yelling at him and this and that. The fucking cat bit me. He hasn't bit me since my daughter was born. Which one? Oh, sorry. Yeah, he hasn't bit me since my daughter was born when he swatted at her.
Yeah.
So, and I grabbed him then and threw him across the apartment. And I went after him to, make sure he was okay because I felt bad, and he swatted and bit me. I was like, all right, into the bathroom you go. But today he was really defiant. Like, he went right after her, and then I grabbed him to push him away, and he came right back. When I went to grab him again, the cats do that claw where they grab you and they bite. He did that to me, and I tossed him onto the couch and then chased him into the bedroom. But usually he would just take off and go on his own. But he'd only run like 2 or 3 feet, stop, turn around, and like puff up at me, like challenge me. I was like, you're being a little prick today. So he got a good little swat on the ass and thrown into the bedroom, and I shut him in there for an hour or two. Then we went and made up. After I went in there and I made up with him, he understands that he's good. Now he's walked up to the dog a couple times, and they've gotten face to face, and he's been cool about it. So they all got to learn. Animals got to learn. You just have to show them the dominant one in the house.
Yeah, bite him in the ear.
Yeah, you know what? No, hey, people laugh, man, but it works. Like small dogs and stuff, the biting in the ear works, but I've noticed that with big dogs, it doesn't tend to work. I'll take a medium or bigger sized dog that nips at me, and I'll literally throw it over on its back, mount the damn thing, lift its neck, and I'll bite it on its neck right hard enough, right on the skin, all that loose skin. I'll take a good chomp on it until it yelps, and I'll hold it there. I've done it. I've done it with cane corsos and Rotties and pit bulls. Oh, I've had people say, they just don't understand. And now their dog will listen to me more than it listens to them.
Oh, shit. I'm going to make Myron late.
Late for what?
I got 3 minutes, maybe starting early.
Well, what time is it, man? I don't even know what time it is.
I got 2:24, 23.
Well, We're gonna do a Myron raid at the Derby show.
Myron raid.
Yeah, when you leave one panel to go to a next, it's called a
I
raid.
see.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes left.
Yeah, I already
2 minutes?
messaged over there. I was the first one to post again.
He's probably out there listening right now, isn't he?
Yeah, he posted back to me over there. And he's probably.
No.
No, there's only 3 watching now, so that's us.
Oh, okay.
No,
I know.
the watching doesn't. How does that work? It doesn't include people that are on the panel.
Yeah, well, one extra one is me on my other computer.
Okay.
I look over there and I can see you guys too. I can see us over there.
Yeah.
Oh, 4. Maybe he's checking on us now.
Uh-oh. You know
Like,
what?
Myron,
Myron, why don't we just stay here and run the show a little bit later today? You know,
we got a minute.
Let's see if we could break a record on your show.
We got a
Let's
minute.
see if we can do a 12-hour
Oh,
show.
shit. No way I'm sitting for 12 hours. Fuck that.
Yeah, I agree.
I've fucking been sitting here for a bit and I'm almost ready for a nap.
Oh, the time has run out. Well, I guess I better shut mine down.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
Alrighty.
You know, it's going to be funny. I'm going to show up, and I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to pretend I'm not there.
Yeah. Okay. Later, everybody.
Take it easy.
See you later.